Good morning. It's Saturday, May 24th, and it's been quite a bit of progress. We haven't posted anything for about a week now. They've got the exterior trim pieces and J-blocks on either side of the garage doors installed for the exterior lights. Trying to make a deal with the Steel Lighting Company to get some really cool exterior lights on here. Up above, this is going to be a really unique feature. You can see there's two mounting blocks up there. The one on top is going to be for a old style light that illuminates the front of the garage, and in the bottom mounting block I've got a 72-inch propeller off an old Cessna 172 that we're going to hang up there. That's going to be a real interesting part. Okay, let's go ahead and head inside and see what we've got done now. The insulators have been here, and we've got a lot of progress to look at this morning. Let's see. We have had insulation installed. Vapor barrier in the attic is completely installed. All of the insulation is covered in vapor barrier. I'll tell you, you want to see a crew work fast, you get them on these straight walls and a simple design like this, and they roll through it pretty darn fast. They were working on stilts. That's how they put the insulation bats in. They would cut it about 4.5 foot long, and they would install insulation bats up to here. Then they would have another 4.5 foot bat after they had done all around the base of it. Then they would move onto their stilts, and they would go around and they would complete the upper half of it also. You can't see them in there, but there's also baffles, they're called, or vents that have to go up there for the soffit, and there's also insulation bats that have been laid in the soffit. Okay, see what we've had happen in our utility room. Quite a bit. Okay, almost looks like it would turn the lights on. Furnace has been installed, ductwork's installed, electrical service panel is complete. This is a generator transfer switch. Real wise idea to have something like that installed if you're building a new house. You can see the water supply from the city. That's the blue line. That's ready to be connected. All the plumbing is finished. They just need to make the final connections and pressure test the system. You can see there's a small pressure gauge inside there. I believe they're going to check it with air pressure before they actually put city water pressure on it. Might avoid a big mess, but the way these guys work, they won't need it. You can get a little better shot of the attic insulation here too, because the lighting is a little better for that. You can see the vent baffles that have been put up in the roof pitches, and those extend down into the soffit, and then there's fiberglass faced insulation that is put down in the soffit, so it creates a channel for cool air to circulate through the roof, through the attic cavity inside. Prevents ice damming. It's the way it's done these days. Seems to work very well. It doesn't really cost much more. Here will be the garage bathroom, and it's another view of the furnace and ductwork right in here, and it's going to be ready for finish out sooner than later, that's for sure. And we move inside to the rest of the house, to the living area, and the first thing you notice is how quiet it is. It was always an echo chamber in here before. You could definitely tell that it was an unfinished house when you were talking or making any noise in here. Now it's nice and quiet, all this sound deadening. This darker material, this yellowish material, is actually rock wool fiber. That was installed. That was a suggestion from a friend of mine, Carl, who's going to appear in a couple of the later videos because he's going to actually build our bathroom for us. He's been a professional tile craftsman his entire life and does a lot of custom work down in Florida, and he's going to come up here and do our bath. But he says you're going to want to have some rock wool insulation for sound deadening material in here, particularly with a pool table. Pool table can be a little clanky. You can hear those balls rattling around. Got to get up here and vacuum up some of the debris. We've got quite a bit of insulation left laying around, just scraps and pieces. But this is how the crew left it, so I really don't think this is much of a cleanup job. Here's a little closer look at this rock wool. Mineral fiber insulation is what it actually is, as opposed to the pink stuff, which is Owens Corning fiberglass. Owens Corning provides the material for new homes for probably about 50% of the items, maybe even more, that go into it. We're talking insulation, fiberglass insulation, shingles, siding, and I can't even think of everything else, but there's a lot of things that Owens Corning builds for the housing industry, and I think we've got something from every product line in here. Okay, that's what I've got for today. I appreciate your interest and attention. I hope this has been informative. I always like to hear from you. Give it a like if you enjoyed watching it. Leave me your comments, and we'd love to talk to you in the future. So stay tuned in, and we'll have more progress coming up real soon. Thanks.